Welcome tankers! cooBLIMEY here with some more great videos for you. Sorry it's been a little while since my last replays. I re-injured an old arm injury and it was actually hurting quite a bit to use the mouse, so I took a couple weeks off to let it heal, and now I'm finally back in action. And here today we have a 10,000 WN8 game in the T54 Light-Weight on the new map Stalingrad. Now, my videos, 10,000 WN8 is usually pretty low for one of my videos. I usually don't show you anything that's under, 15 or 20,000 WN8. But since this is in a new tank and on a new map, and it's still a pretty damn good game, I will show this to you. And here, even though I don't have much backup coming down the east coast, I figure you can sneak right along the water here, usually without being seen, unless someone comes all the way down by the trains. So you can apparently often sneak all the way down the beach and get in behind the other team. And this works, it works better from the side I'm going from. The other team often goes into the bottom right corner, so if you try it from the other side you might run into a bunch of tanks. But it does seem to work on this side the few times I've tried this. And here, we immediately removed their arty from the game because no one went onto the beach. And now, I'm in a great position because I'm behind all the enemy tanks, and now they're getting fired at from both sides. And for some reason, the enemies seem to be ignoring me here. So I'm happy to just sit here and take shots into the back of tanks that obviously bounce a lot, because when you shoot at the back of a tank you should bounce all the time or do no damage. But it seems like on this map a lot of teams do what you're seeing here. Everyone seems to go down to the D line or the F line and get into brawls at the corners there. And this is a great big map with tons of hiding places, so you probably don't want to do the same thing every time. And unlike a lot of the other maps where you have to go to certain areas, this map seems so big and there's so much stuff that you can fight almost anywhere. It'll probably end up being one of the best maps in the game. Now here, watch this. You're probably wondering how on earth I managed to kill that guy with 2 shots. Well, I was aiming at his ammo rack, and in World of Tanks, your ammo rack is basically just a square box, and it has hit points like your tank does. And once you take that down to 0, your ammo rack explodes and kills your tank. So all I had to do was hit him in the ammo rack twice to take the hit points down to 0 and kill him, even though it should have taken me 3 or 4 shots. So that's a good trick. Always try and aim for their ammo rack or their engine, because when the engine gets to 0, you set them on fire. And it's always funny, I always try and get enemy tanks to turn their back to my friendlies, and my friends never seem to shoot them in the back. Here, luckily now we got about 5 guys all shooting this guy. And the game is over, and that was 10,000 WN8 in the T54 Light-Weight.